Good evening everyone. Today we are going to learn about how to prepare question which is related to the club and society. So in this question it is clearly mentioned like this is a NPO question, non-profit organization question, because in this question there is a social club. So from this you came to know like this is your non-profit organization. As per their policy, they have to transfer life membership fees into your income and expenditure account over 5 year equally. So make this video pause and then read this question. Okay, I'm going to solve it out clearly straight away. So you're having years 2019, 18, 17, 16 and 15, and this is your life membership fees. Okay, so year 2019, 2018, 2017, 2016 and 2015 you are having. Okay, with that you're having this amount also 6,500, 4,000, 4,500, 2,000 and 1,000. Okay, this is your amount, and 1/5 is going to be transferred, means this is your first year, second year, third year, fourth year and fifth year. If 1/5 is going to be transferred, so for the financial position, statement of financial position, you are having only 4/5 left. 1/5 is we are going to transfer there, so 4/5 means you have the remaining portion. Okay, so remaining portion is 4th by 5, 3 by 5, 2 by 5, 1 by 5 and 0. Okay, then multiply this with this and you came to know the amount. The amount is 5,200, 2,400, 1,800, 400 and 0, and the total amount is 9,800. This is your life membership fund which you are going to show in your statement of financial position. Okay, now moving forward, there is a you have to explain the difference between the receipt and payment account and income and expenditure account. Quickly we have to do it. So here we can take receipt and payment account, income and expenditure account. Okay, so basically what is the receipt and payment account? In receipt and payment account, this is a summary, this is also a summary, but the difference is here the summary of cash and bank, this is a summary of income and expenditure. Okay, the second difference is it include capital plus revenue items, and this includes only your revenue items. Okay, here we can include cash items and here cash as well as non-cash items. Okay, here in the receipt and payment account we can use the balance from the current year, previous year and the next year also. Here we can use only the current year balance. Okay, in receipt and payment account there is a opening as well as closing balance of cash and bank. In the income and expenditure account there is no opening balance, opening as well as closing balance, but this income and expenditure shows what? Your surplus and deficit. This surplus and deficit we are going to use for calculating the accumulated fund, closing accumulated fund. Okay, in statement of financial position. Okay, so this is the difference. You can choose any three because they demanding only the three differences between the receipt and payment account. Now in the next part, before proceeding to the D part, you need to know because for the income and expenditure, first of all, you need to know how to prepare the subscription account. Okay, I told you many times like this, you have to use this trick. O is owing, so owing brought down balance, owing carried down balance, then prepaid brought down balance, and prepaid carried down balance. And I think you were very much aware brought down means opening and carried down means closing. So you can use these words. This here it is, here you are having a balance of membership subscription in advance. 2019 is your opening, 2019 is your opening, and this is your closing balance given to you. Okay, so I'm directly going to put these four value into your subscription account. Okay, these four values. So here we go. So what is your opening value of prepaid? That is your 2700. Okay, and closing is 1100, and owing opening balance is 3800, and closing value is 1800. Subscription received during the year is already given to you in your question, in your receipt and payment account. So you have to write it down here, 73,000. Okay, so whatever the balancing figure you have to transfer it to your income and expenditure account. That is your 62,600. Apart from this subscription, you have to know how to prepare the assets account. So there is a shortcut for that, so that you can able to learn that. PP and DLS. Okay, means PP means profit and purchase, DLS means depreciation, loss and sales. So whatever the things you are having in front of you in club equipment, you are going to solve it out. Okay, because here what the thing is, in additional information 1, they said you to fully depreciated. It means whatever the sales, that's your profit. So directly they have told you like profit for sale of equipment is 2200. Okay, and they charge 20%, but the depreciation is charged on the closing value, and closing value is not given to you. It is not given to you in the question, so you have to calculate it. So first you have to write down balance brought down, that is your 88,000, and carried down you need to calculate it. Okay, you have to calculate it. Then depreciation, so accumulated depreciation is given to you, which is 52,000. You can either 88,000 minus 52,000, you can write 36,000 here, or you can write 52,000 here also. Okay, so it's up to you what you want. You can write it that way. So I can write 36,000 here. Okay, 36,000 here after deducting these two values. Okay, 36,000 is clear, I guess. Yes. So in this question, in receipt and payment account, there is some transaction happened here. Purchase of club equipment 24,000, and sale is already given to you. Okay, so P here, so you have to write bank purchase, that is your 24,000. So you have to write 24,000 here. And sales, so here you can write bank, and in bracket you can write sale, that is your 2,200. And profit, because P, so profit, it means income statement, or you can write profit and loss directly, because this is your profit, so you have to write profit here, 2,200. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to add three values and deduct it with the 2,200, and the amount is 60,000. 60,000 is your closing amount for club and society, and depreciation is given to you, like you have to calculate 20%. So 60,000 into 20% is 12,000. So you have to write 12,000 here, where in income and expenditure account. So subscription is clear to you, how you're going to calculate the subscription. Okay, as well as you came to know like how to calculate the assets account. So we are going to prepare income and expenditure account without wasting the time. So income and expenditure account for the year ended, you have to write it here like this. Okay, so what is your income? So first of all, subscription is your income and we already calculated it. So our subscription is 72,600. We have to write it here. Okay, and then life membership fees. For life membership fees in the receipt and payment account, they gave you the members here life membership fees 8,000. So this is your 2020 balance. Okay, and here you're having the other balances also. So now they ask you to transfer 1/5. Okay, so 1/5 past 5 years. So this is your first year, then past previous year 2, second year, this is your third year, this is your fourth year, this is your fifth year. It means you no need to write down this value. Okay, for transferring into the income and expenditure account. So first you have to calculate all the values, means 6,500, 4,000, 4,500, 2,000 and 8,000 also obviously. So when you're going to add it, and then 1/5 you are going to 1/5 you are going to transfer in your income and statement account. It is clearly stated in the club's policy. So your life membership fees will be 5,000 after calculating that. Okay, you have to add it, and then okay, so now life membership fees 5,000. Okay, after that what other income you are having? Profit on sale of equipment you are having, that is 2,200. So after adding all, you'll get 79,800 as total income. Okay, so your total income is 79,800. Then you have to less your expenses. So what are your expenses? First of all, the first expenses is depreciation on equipment, that is 12,000. We already calculated it through this. Okay, so from the working note 1 you can able to calculate, like this is your depreciation, which is 12,000. Okay, so we can write it here directly. After that, whatever the expenses you are having, you have to write it, and from where you get your expenses? From the receipt and payment account itself. Okay, so from the receipt and payment account you are having two expenses here. One is clubhouse expenses, the another one is administrative expenses. Every thing having a adjustment. So learn this two values, 37 and 46. Okay, in the additional information there is something regarding the income and expenditure account related to the expenses and all. Okay, so here. Okay, so after that you have to write your expenses. So your clubhouse expenses, that is 37,000. Okay, and there is something related to the clubhouse. It is house expenses accrued 2,600. So now if there is an expense accrued, if you are having a opening balance, okay, like you have to deduct it, and if you are having closing balance, then you have to add it. Okay, here you are having 2,600, this is your opening balance, so it means you have to deduct it. Okay, so from 37,000 we are going to deduct 2,660, and our 34,340 is a clubhouse expenses. Same thing happened with the administration expense also. Administration expense I'm having 40,000. Okay, So here it is 40,000, and for the administrative expenses, opening value is 4,200 and the closing value is 6,650. So 4,200 I'm going to, because this is not accrued, this is advance. So in the case of expenses, advance, opening value we have to add and closing value we have to deduct. So 4,200 we are going to add this value and 650 we are going to deduct it. Okay, so in 40,000 we have to deduct administrative expenses 46,000. Okay, so 46,000 and owing administrative expense paid in advance, administrative expense accrued. So this is your accrued. Okay, so accrued closing, accrued closing, this value we are going to add, and this is your advance, advance opening. So this is also we have to do add. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to add both the figures 4,200 as well as the another value, that is 650. 650 we are going to add. Okay, and then 50,850 is our final expense. Okay, after solving this, 97,190 is my total expense, and this we have to solve it out so that we came to know like what is our deficit or a surplus, because total income is less and expenses are more, so we are in a deficit position, that is 70,390. Okay, this is our deficit. Okay, so here you go, here how you going to solve this question, I think you are able to know. Now the E and F part, it is very simple. They ask you to calculate the accumulated fund, and the accumulated fund on 31st December, it means they need your opening accumulated fund and the accumulated fund which is for the year ended 31st December 2020. So what you have to do, you are very much aware about the accumulated fund. Whatever the debit balance you are having, you have to deduct debit minus credit. Okay, so this thing is very easy, 88,000. But if you're going to calculate opening accumulated fund, it means you have to use only your opening balance. Okay, so 88,000, because this is your assets, so having a debit balance, accumulated fund having a credit balance, then membership in advance, credit balance, then membership in arrear is your debit balance, then expenses, clubhouse expenses accrued, again debit balance, then clubhouse accrued again credit balance. Okay, and this is 0. And yes, one more thing, from the receipt and payment account there is a opening balance of bank, that is 3,200, and the closing, that is 10,600. Where it is? Here. Okay, 3,200 opening and the closing is this much, 10,600. If it is written here, it means it's a positive balance. If it is here, it means that is your bank OD. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to just, this is your debit balance and this is your credit balance. After solving this means you have to deduct debit and credit. Your answer for E part, first part is 32040. Okay, and how you're going to solve the, how you're going to calculate in the accumulated fund for the year ended? In the theory, here I told you, like surplus and deficit is going to be transferred in income and expenditure, from the income and expenditure account to the, to your financial statement, in under accumulated fund. So opening balance of accumulated fund plus surplus. Okay, and if it is deficit, then might deduct deficit. You'll came to know your accumulated fund closing balance. Okay, so by this we are going to calculate E second part. So E second part, accumulated fund on 31st December 2019 is 32040. Okay, then deficit, deficit is 17390, and then you'll came to know your accumulated fund on 31st December 2020. Okay, so this is the way you're going to solve this question. I hope you're able to understand. If you're having any kind of a doubt, please mention in a comment box. I'm happy to help you out.